In what way does your media product use, develop or challenge forms of conventions of real media conventions? When we first started our media coursework, we looked into the general conventions of a music video and created a presentation on them using Prezi. We took these general conventions of a music video and aimed to develop and occasionally challenge the ideas to create a fascinating video.
In terms of dress and costume, we had two different sets of people and the ideas of clothing to portray. The first was the band. We wanted them to look edgy and cool, as Karen O, the lead singer of the Yeah Yeah Yeahs, is often seen as a style icon. Our lead singer is wearing almost all black, but with a gold shiny vest, which when we saw it whilst filming looked amazing in the dingy backdrop. Unfortunately, the colours didn't come out quite as well in the video as we all wanted. If we could go back and change it, we probably would opt to use brighter colours in contrast to the surrounding areas.
For the narrative, the majority of characters were supposed to look normal, but ready for a night out. Dresses and heels were a must, but as all of the girls were wanting to look their best. However, for the main character, we wanted to depict a girl who was a bit off the rails, dressed trashy and grungy, which also links Winter well with the feel of the song.
With the editing, we both adhered to the challenged the general conventions in both sections of the video. The song is very quick-paced with a good tempo, so when editing we struck to the beat using fast-cut montages to juxtapose seemingly unconnected images in order to create images that were impossible to grasp on first viewing, thus ensuring multiple views. We used parallel editing in order to jump between the two locations easily and fluidly, and cross-cuts in order to alternate the two different narratives happening.
We felt we also challenged these conventions by the way we reversed the narrative, making it non-linear and thus hopefully more intriguing to watch. We wanted to start the video at the end of the girls' evening and work our way backwards, often using jump cuts to create an abrupt, disorientating experience for the viewers, depicting the way the characters' night was spent in a drunken haze, often losing memories and chunks of time.
When looking at the conventions for camera work, we understood that it would have to have an impact and meaning, and that everything we did had to play a part in representing both the artist and the narrative. Because of this, we decided against using a tripod, especially for the narrative of the night out, in order to give it a more unstable and volatile feel.
We also worked on challenging the idea of exhibitionism. Instead of showing an independent female in control of inviting sexual gaze, we represented our female as being completely out of control, with no power over the invitation of sexual gaze or even a care or concern over her welfare other than to have a good night out.
We also looked at Goodwin's analysis and incorporated his theories into the conventions that we put into the video. Genre characteristics. After researching a lot of the Yeah Yeah Yeahs' previous videos, we found that a lot of their videos were gritty and alternative and quite dark in terms of colour and lighting. We aimed to use these motifs in our videos as we felt that they were characteristics of a music video from the indie/alternative genre.
The need to sell the artist. The band's intense creativity has created a strong arrangement that defies the traditional image of alternative music by blending the hyper-upbeat characteristics of a good night out with a bombardment of indie rock freshness with pop dance sensations. We didn't want our lead singer in the narrative as we knew we needed to sell the artist as an icon, and allowing her the ability to perform unaccompanied resulted in the audience's attention being drawn into her at all times she's on screen, and also depicting a juxtaposition between her characters of an empowered woman in control and the character in the video representing a girl who's lost respect for herself and respect from the people around her.
I think it's kind of my favourite.